All right, a quick one because my coffee should be ready. I have a French press, and it's been 10 minutes, so it should be ready. Anyways, Jasmine Tag for November the 16th, 2020, the dumpster fire year. Get your dumpster fire Christmas ornaments. There's a bunch of people selling them. Grandpa, what's this one mean? Let me tell you about the plague, son, and the stupid people that wouldn't wear their masks. Are you a daredevil? No, but I sure as hell used to be. I used to drive really, really fast. I used to drive, we did a thing called night shining, which isn't the same night shining as people that are poachers do. What we did was we'd go side by side at 60 miles an hour down a highway that's relatively unused, and then we would turn the lights off. And the first person to turn the lights back on lost. Remember, roads turn. They're not very straight here. So this was the dumbest thing ever. I mean, seriously, it was stupid. I wasn't the biggest daredevil in my crowd, but I had a friend ride a 10-speed bike down a slide, a child slide at the park one time. He broke his arm, of course, because it was the stupidest thing ever, and we're like, dude, you're gonna get hurt. Twash! Ah! Told ya. But yeah, nobody listens, so he wanted to do it, so there you go. Do you like Chinese food? I love Chinese food. I'd rather have pizza, but I love Chinese food. Most of the time I'd rather have pizza because it's more convenient than Chinese food. But if I'm going out for a meal, I'd rather have Chinese food than I would pizza. So, yeah. There was a really good Chinese buffet. There aren't buffets right now because of COVID. They just don't exist. But there's a really good Chinese place just 2 blocks from me. Just go down to the end of the block and go 2 blocks that way. It's right there. So it's right across the street from my doctor's office too. So there has been a couple of times where I've gone to the doctor and then gone there. Not this year, of course, because we can't go to our doctors, can we? Freaking Zoom conferences. Anyways, do you watch your own videos? You should watch your own videos. It's that simple. You should always watch your own videos to make sure they are not bunned up. YouTube will eat videos now and then. It will desync the audio. It will do all kinds of things. It will chop 10 seconds off the end. It'll do all kinds of annoying things to you. So you should always watch. It's rare that it messes up a video because, quite frankly, billions of videos are posted every day and they work fine. For the most part, but yeah, every now and then it will screw one up completely and utterly, and you should watch them. So, and here's the ticket: I like my own videos. You know why? Because I have the habit of liking every video I watch to support the people that I'm viewing. So yeah, I do like my own videos. So there. On a side note, there's a bug recently with the YouTube app on my phone where it's asking me to subscribe to myself. Don't miss a video, subscribe. And I'm like, I can't subscribe to myself. It's physically impossible. Why would I subscribe to myself? There's so many amusing bugs, but anyways, it's eating comments again too, I noticed. Mostly my own replies for whatever reason, but yeah. Have you had chicken pox? Yes, I have had chicken pox. That's why I'm waiting to hit 55 so I can have that damn vaccine for the shingles, so that I have a very low risk of having shingles, because shingles suck. Yeah. Somebody had thought I had shingles, and I'm like, I'm far too young to have shingles. I was like 40 at the time, or 30, 39, 40, something like that. I had done a photo shoot in a swamp, and I had been bitten by a sand spider. The other doctor, the real doctor, not the moron I saw in the emergency room, figures it was a sand spider because of the size of the bite. Sand spiders are actually, there's a few spiders called sand spider, but the one that's in this area is a very small spider, but it leaves a very large mark on you. And yeah, it was the size of a dinner plate. I had 2 or 3 of these marks on me, the size of a dinner plate. It had gotten under my shirt and bit me, and I hadn't noticed for whatever reason. I should have, because they were huge marks. Yeah, that thing did me wrong, and they were swollen and they were red and they hurt. The next day I sure noticed them. Anyways, foods you dislike. Foods I dislike. Gingerbread. Gingerbread. I hate gingerbread, which is interesting because I like ginger in just about everything else. I just don't like gingerbread. There's something about gingerbread that makes me go, no. I used to not want to eat kiwi because of the way they look, and it was the only food that I've ever had do that to me, where I looked at it and went, no, because I've always been willing to try new things food-wise. But I tried a kiwi, and it was like, oh, that's good. I made myself try it. I don't know. There's not too many that I actively dislike. There's a few. There's kind of a lot that I'm indifferent to, but I'm gonna have to say roast beef is one of the dislikes. I'll eat it, but I'm not gonna like it. You know, I just don't like roast beef. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people are like, oh, Sunday roast, right? Because that's a tradition in at least 3 countries that I know of. So, but I don't like roast. And that's my mother's fault, because she couldn't cook roast. And I know if you cook roast properly, it's kind of good, but I have this memory associated with it of eating it and literally having to force myself to swallow it because it was so dry. And it's Mom would never cook gravy, and it was just terrible. And we would have to kill it with ketchup, just kill it with ketchup, to literally be able to swallow it, because there's no way you could swallow it without ketchup on it. There's just no way. It was just too dry. It sucked the moisture out of your mouth. Anyways, have a good one.